Hey guys, welcome back to Why Not Media Group, episode 13. In the wake of the presidential election, as we wait for the outcome, I just want to talk about how polarizing and divisive politics and religion can be, and why they shouldn't be that way. So, how is it that these other dividing factors, that media, whether it be social media, mainstream media, or any other media outlets that you follow, how is it that we overcome those, but we unfriend and stop speaking and block and all of those sorts of things to people that we would under different circumstances consider, if not a friend, at least an associate. Go to that extreme. And for my opinion, I guess it's just politics and religion play such a huge part of a person's character and makeup, and how they view the world and view other people, that it's almost like a conviction. And so, my plea is let's be that passionate about the core values of those two areas. So, for example, religion, generally speaking, most religions teach and tell you to be kind to your fellow man, help those less fortunate than you, love, compassion, things like that. But we miss that message and focus on the other parts of individual religions. Same with politics. Political views, I still believe, are based in helping people. It's just how you go about doing it. And this is just my opinion. Democrats want to help everyone. Republicans want to help themselves. And that's just my opinion. And so, I feel like Republicans feel like if they help those who are best suited to help everyone else, then the country's better off. Whereas Democrats want to help everyone, even those who don't want to help themselves. And so there has to be some middle ground between those two things, and to me, that middle ground is humanity. Someone shouldn't be so wealthy that they ignore, hunger in the country or homelessness in the country, thinking that it'll trickle down. But also on the flip side of that, you shouldn't be so naive to think that everyone who just manipulates the system and is going to take a handout because you're going to keep handing it to them without any work or any, like, zero, no real plan to get out of their situation. If you just keep feeding somebody, it's like that saying, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man a fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. So I feel like people who just keep taking the fish every day, if you're going to keep handing them a fish every day, then they're just going to keep taking it. And their mentality is, why learn how to fish if someone else is just going to hand it to me? So, like I said, there has to be a balance. There has to be a middle ground in between those two philosophies. And so, treating people as human beings is that middle ground. I'm not going to help someone who doesn't want to be helped. I'm not going to give any time, energy, effort, resources to someone who's complacent in their situation or their situation or existence. And so, if you follow my channel, you'll know I kind of got to that point with Connor Smith, where I felt like he was kind of complacent with where he was, and I wasn't going to waste any more time or energy. on that individual. So, the same thing can be said for, some of the problems we have in this country. If we have issues and you look at it from a human standpoint, then people with the power to make those changes should be held accountable to do that. And that's where politics come in. That's when we talk about systemic racism, or racial inequality, or social justice, and all of these things that plague our country currently, as well as the past. Just was undertones of it recently. Undertones of it in the past, where we thought we had gotten past a lot of that stuff from the 60s, where it just kind of reared its ugly head now. Excuse me. Or more recently, it's because there's an agenda there. There's an agenda to keep us separated, to keep people in power, to continue to run this country, as well as this planet, the way that the richest people in the world want to. So statistically, I was reading something earlier in the week where statistically there's 85 people on this planet that make more than 3.5 billion people collectively. Now let that number sink in. 85 people, not 8,500, not 85,000. There's 85 people that make more money than 3.5 billion people on this planet. Now that makes no sense to me, because everyone should be helping someone. And whatever that looks like to you, to your community, whatever that looks like, those are the things those are the changes we have to demand. We have to demand that we help each other and treat each other like human beings. It's just compassion. And so, the other saying I'll bring up, and I'm going to close this up, because like I said, I don't want these videos to be too long, but I had a post that I read somewhere, where one of the ones that really touched me, and it said, if you truly love life, then you respect how others live theirs. And when you demand that someone be like you, think like you, agree with you, then you're not happy with your life. Because if you were happy with your life and you found your joy, peace, and inner calm, or whatever it is you want to call it, then why wouldn't you want that for everyone else, even if it was different from how you got to yours or where yours is? Right? So, final quote that I'm probably going to screw up, but a great definition of peace is, or an answer to peace is not war. It's when you can agree to disagree, but still be civil about it. I'm paraphrasing, because I'm not going to look it up, but it's, if I don't agree with someone or how they live their life, but I don't let it affect me, and I don't demand change for them, or demand them to be like me, or conform to whatever I believe their life should be, then that's how we achieve peace amongst each other. Let everybody be what they want to be. Let a Trump supporter be a Trump supporter. Let a Biden supporter be a Biden supporter. Let the LGBT community be who they want to be. If it doesn't affect your life, then that's fine. If it does, then you can have a discussion. That's all it comes down to. All right? So that's going to be the end of this episode. Appreciate you guys' patience. Appreciate you guys following. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I promise, these videos will not be this far apart going forward. I will get right back on recording these and making these for you guys, try and give you some information and inspire conversation, diversity, and change. So like I always say, make sure you love someone today, but most importantly, love yourself. Thank you. Bye.